Good morning, and welcome to yet another episode of Leadership Stories. I'm joining you on a cool but sunny day here in the United States in the city of Los Angeles. But I want to talk about an event that occurred in India last week. And this was the World Championship for cricket for women, the ICC World Championship, where India were playing South Africa in the finals. And just to give you an idea of the context, it had not been a smooth run for India. India had been beaten in 3 games at the league phase and stared at the possibility of being knocked out of a tournament that they were expected to do well in. But eventually they recovered. They defeated the great Australian women's team in the semi-final, got to the final and won the final. But this story is about the captain of the Indian women's team, Harmanpreet Kaur. Harmanpreet is an interesting veteran cricketer. Tough as nails, courageous and instinctive. And she just did that. India put up a score of close to 300 runs, a good score in the finals, after being invited to bat. And the South Africans showed great tenacity in chasing down this target. And it was going well for the South Africans indeed. At which point in time, the Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur did something very interesting, strange in fact. She threw the ball to a rookie bowler, Shafali Verma, somebody who hasn't bowled too much even at the domestic level, and asked her to turn her arm over. Shafali did just that and grabbed 2 quick wickets in no time, swinging the match in India's favour. At a later press conference, Harmanpreet admitted that this was an act that was not planned. There was no strategy. There was no thought. It was just instinctive action on the field. Look at the results. India went on to win a championship that they had been struggling to win for 50 years. A huge achievement for the first team from Asia to lift the World Championship. Interestingly, if we go back to leadership theory, and I specifically want to touch upon the great Joseph Nye, Professor Emeritus at the Kennedy School at Harvard University, who talks about smart power, where he says that for good leaders, you need to bring in both the hard skills as well as the soft skills for you to function effectively. Harmanpreet did something very interesting after the game. During the prize distribution ceremony, she invited 2 of India's legends to come to the stage and participate in the award function with her and her team. This was an act that has gone down extremely well as good leadership behavior. Why? So Joseph Nye goes on to say that soft power is about not just about skills and competence, but is also about building relationships. And when you build relationships, you build a trust. And in that building of trust, you build team cohesion. And a leader gets his followers, his or her followers, to participate in the larger goal. This is a great aspect of emotional intelligence. And I think in the days ahead, we are going to see a great deal more of soft skills or soft leadership coming into play. I think the days of simple, transactional, hard skills at leadership are over. Leaders who are smart and have the ability to build relationships at the workplace, on the sports field, in the military, or wherever are the ones who are going to succeed. Eventually, you need your team to trust you. And if that trust is not forthcoming, there are going to be serious issues at play. Well, kudos to the captain of the Indian team and the Indian women's team in lifting the World Championship. I think they did a brilliant job, and the instinctive part of the leadership is fascinating. Thank you very much.